Just in case you missed it, OpenAI just released a huge update and it's making building AI agents so simple that even me, and even though I'm a big believer of Pydantic AI, but yesterday I was building an agent for a client in Pydantic AI, and when I saw this release, I completely switched the whole agent from Pydantic AI to OpenAI agents. So let's keep it short. I'm going to show you how you can create really advanced agents in a super simple way. So let's dive straight in. Okay, so this is going to be a 3-step tutorial, and the first step is making the basis, the core of the agent. And as you can see here, we are going to make it a chatbot with chat history. And it's going to be for an event planner business. They are organizing an event and they have all kind of different people on their website. So people who want to come to the event as an attendee, people who come to the event as a speaker, and people who want their product on the event, for example. And for all these different types of people, we want a different AI agent. And that is where the OpenAI agents are just really nice at this point, because you can simply make an orchestration agent which provides the questions to the agents that can answer those and have tools for specific use cases. So I wrote this main function, and this is basically so we can make it a chat interface. So as you can see here, we need to implement our main agent, and this main agent is going to be the one who understands which agents can do what, and it's going to provide the question to the correct agent. So we have our main agent here, and you need to look at this because we are going to provide it the agent context, and that's just the conversation history. And the conversation history is just what the user said and what the main agent said. So it now knows what the conversation is all about. We give it some instructions. So we say you determine which agent to use based on the user's question. And then we say if the user is asking about attending, we need to use the attendee agent, or if the user is asking about products or placing products, we need to use the product placing agent. But if the user is speaking about speaking or presenting on the event, we need to use the speaker's agent. And as you can see here, we have handoffs. And these are basically AI agents that we provide to the main agent so it can choose which agent to use in which case. And that's what we mentioned here. So let's now implement those agents. So we are going to put the agents here, and as you can see, we have an attendee agent, we have a product placing agent, and a speaker's agent. And we are providing it the agent context, which is the conversation history. And this is really simple, and as you can see here, it just has instructions. So for now, this agent really can't do much. The main thing why making these different agents is because we can now give them separate instructions, which is nice because every agent can answer a specific question to a specific kind of person in a nice way. But the real power comes in when we add tools to this, because obviously when someone wants to attend the event, we might want to do different things than when this person wants to have some product placement. So let's implement some functions here. So we need to import the function tool. And what we can now do is we can write simple Python functions, and we are going to save values from the conversation. So if someone wants to attend the event, we can sign them up. So let's start with the first function, and we need to import JSON because we are going to save it as a JSON. We need to import OS, and then we have that. Okay, so we want their name, their business name, and then we are going to save those values to a JSON. And obviously you can save this to a database or whatever you want, but for now let's just save it to a JSON. We have another function that is called register product placing, and it's basically the same. We have a product name and a booth size, and we also have a speaker registration tool. And for now they're all basically the same, but then just a different file and some different values. But I think you understand the power from this. We can implement this with way nicer tools. Obviously we can add some RAG to this, or you name it. And what we now need to do is we need to have a different instruction for these agents. But we can also specify the tools that it has access to. So we now have this variable tools, and we just add the register attendee. And it now knows that we need, and this is where it's really nice and which is really game changing for me, is it immediately knows we need to get the name and the business name, and we also say that in our instructions. These agents have specific tools connected to them. So let's do this for the other two agents as well. And now that we have added those tools, let's give it a first run and see if it's working. So we can say, hey there. And we added the conversation history so we can see that this is going correctly as well. And the main agent says, hello, how can I assist you today? Are you interested in attending, exhibiting products, or speaking at the event? So this is really nice. It wants to understand the user's incentive. And we can now say, we want to come as an attendee. Let's see, it says, great, I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with your name and business name for registration? So we say Luc Alleman from Everyman AI. Let's do that. And now it's retrieving the information, the name and the business name, as we can see here. And it's placing it in the JSON. So this is really, really powerful because we can also say something else. So, by the way, I also would like to have my product called Everyman AI SaaS. Is this possible? So it says, hello Luke, I see you've been registered as an attendee, which is really nice, and this is because it has the conversation history. If you like to exhibit your product Everyman AI SaaS, I can assist you with the process. Would you like more information on... Okay, no, I just want to have my product there, and obviously it now knows nothing about the event and stuff because we didn't add this, but we can say, okay, I want my product there and I want it in a big booth. Let's see what it does. And it says, your product Everyman AI SaaS has successfully been registered for a big booth at the event. So perfect. We now have product information and we have it here. So it's really awesome. I'm getting really happy from these kind of improvements from OpenAI. And one new thing, and this is something really important because every business who is using AI wants to do this in a safe way. And here is where guardrails come into play. Because guardrails can act as a safety mechanism that if someone asks something that is not related to your service, or in this case about the event, it can, for example, close conversation and says, hey, I cannot assist you with this, or maybe it can provide a phone number where people can call with. So these guardrails are very simple to implement, and I'm now going to show you how you can do this. So we have this class. Obviously we have the agent context, but now we add a new class to this, and that's event relevance output. And we want to know if the question that is asked is related to the event. And we also give it a reason. So we can now make a new agent, and that is called Guardrail agent. And we give it new instructions, and that is that it needs to check if the question that is asked is about the event. And if not, we want to quit the conversation. So we add an input guardrail, and we need to make some imports as well. So let's do that. And we now have our event relevance guardrail. And what we can now do is we can add this to the main agent. And we can also add this to the other agents. But for now, let's just add it to the main agent. And now when we ask anything not related to the event, we can break. So we can catch the guardrail exception and then, for example, break the chat. So if we do that, we say, I cannot help with that as it is not related to the event. So let's try this out now. I want to buy a new car, for example. And the input guardrail is triggered and the agent says, sorry, I cannot help with that as it is not related to the event. So this is a really nice and safe way to implement AI agents that will not do all kind of crazy stuff or answer to things that you don't want it to be answering. So this new update is really nice. I think I gave a clear roadmap on how you can create your AI agents using this. I will definitely be using this a lot more in future because it's just really simple and I'm super happy with the update. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one.